Once you've done a few sketches of cockerels and hens, you might like to try putting them into one of your previous compositions to give it a bit of life. That's what I'm going to do here with one of mine. Now this is a little sketch I did a few weeks ago at a place in France, and it was a quick sketch, but I do remember thinking that it might be nice to have some chickens in here. So we'll try that. Now I would suggest, if you're a bit terrified of the prospect, then just sketch it in with a bit of white and try it out. Let's try one of our cockerels here, just sort of feeding, going out that way with his tail here, and we'll try maybe one or two over here. One of the little black hens could be just here. The thing is, once we've got one in with a little bit of detail, the others can just be a little touch of a blob with a shadow, and that'll be enough to convince the viewer what it's meant to be. So if we're happy with the position, then we'll just go ahead and block in some of the colour. The cockerels are fairly dark, and especially in this particular position against the light sandy coloured driveway, we can just get the basic composition in, the basic shape. Nice bright tail. If it doesn't come out right the first time, you just rub it out and put it back in again. There's the bit of brown, a little bit of orange. And really, once it's the head, the little red comb, once you put that in, that's what really sort of gives it a little bit more. And what is more important is to take into account the long shadows. So pop that in. You can always straighten it out with a little bit of a pastel pencil if you feel it needs just tightening up slightly. But that's enough to be convincing there. Then if we have a little black hen over here, and it's just simply dark against the light, don't forget the shadow, and that one will have its back to us, have its tail pointing up in the air. Two little legs and another shadow. Nice if they meet. I'll put a little dot of red just at the corner of that. There you are, one cockerel, two hens, just a quickie. Now you've tried that and reasonably pleased, and you think, oh, that's made a little bit of life into this courtyard. Let's try one or two figures and pop one over here in the distance and just one standing here. Not too close, we don't want it to dominate, but just suggest a little bit more life. Now this little corner here is just begging for a figure with its back to us, looking over the terrace. And if you think back to when you painted it, where the actual eye level was, which is about here, and take in just a stick to guide yourself as to how tall the total figure would be. Bring it down to about here, maybe not just as far as that, about there. Once you've got the stick length, all you have to do is visualize 1/8 of that. So that's half, a quarter and 1/8, because the head is only 1/8 of the overall shape, or length I should say. So that's the head shape. We're going to have to darken that up a bit. And then once you've got the head, just take a width for the shoulders. And as we come down into the dark, we'll have to use counter change. So there's the light, and counter change is when we've used dark against the light here and light against dark here, coming down to the legs. So it doesn't matter what colour of dress they've got on or what they're wearing or carrying. We're just looking at light against dark, dark against light. Put that little bit of shadow behind. Really, that already is just giving us a little bit of a hint. And the beauty of it being so far away is if it doesn't work out, then we can rub it out and put it in again.